live. Um, oh, okay, we're live, but I'm now doing some. Now it's double live, and I'm
Double live.
well. So I clicked go live in OBS, and I also hit go live on the actual YouTube studio page.
Hmm.
And now I'm logging into my YouTube for the chat. That's not the one I want. Oh, I want.
Hey, Heaven's back.
Hey, Heaven.
Missing two
Good to
weeks.
see ya.
Glad you could make finals.
I can never remember my passwords. Good thing I've got complicated passwords. Makes them better for not uh, getting stolen, but it makes them complicated. There we go. Oh, nope, that's wrong. Ah, whatever. I don't care. All right, not happening. It's fine. No YouTube chat on the OBS. That's fine. It'll just be, I'll just have it up anyway. I managed a whole bunch of weeks without YouTube chat in OBS. I can do it again. I got it up anyway. All right. So, how's life? How'd your premiere go? I've listened to
Yeah.
most of it.
Oh, thank you.
Uh,
It went really well. We had I need to check the analytics, but I think we had like around 50 concurrent viewers at some point, which is very good for us. And the album is already outsold all of our previous albums to date. So I'm very excited to see where it's gonna
exciting.
continue to go. Yeah.
That's cool. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you. Hi, Sly. Welcome.
Hey, hey. Got a couple of the cool people. So welcome. There's other cool people, but obviously, the quicker you get in, the cooler you are. Poppin sent me a message, and we're just gonna take a quick look at it. What did Poppin send me?
Yeah, didn't Poppin say
Uh,
something was happening during grand finals?
uh, like,
Announcements.
yeah. It's yes, announcements are happening, but oh yeah, uh, of the previous replays haven't the last couple or the replay of Firefalls's music.
Hey, welcome,
Steve
welcome.
here. Awesome, 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 awesome. Well, it is grand finals time, but grand finals comes with some other stuff beforehand, including most notably awards. So I've
Hmm.
got like 12 or 13, how many awards do we do? We do 11 awards. So we've got a couple of those to take a look at. If if somebody happens to know what sheet 32 on the dock is and wants to explain it in the chat, that would be great. But sheet 32 was not me. I'm a sheet 30 all the way guy. So, whatever those numbers are on sheet 32, that one might remain a mystery forever.
It's very interesting catalog numbers. I'm gonna run it through just a decoder.
That's
Maybe that will give me something.
the
That's kind of gibberish.
think maybe it's a puzzle. Yeah, who knows? I don't know. I looked at it for 1 second and I was I was done looking at it. But we've we've got a grand finals here. We've got a pancake mix and a red jolteon here
Hmm.
to battle. We've got some awards to take a look at. Uh, According to Poppin, there's some announcements happening at the end. Uh, we'll see we'll see what Poppin thinks is happening. Uh, but let's go ahead and let's do some awards. Yeah,
Yeah, let's get into it.
excellent. And you can see my screen, right?
Yes.
Got that. All right, cool. All right, so we're gonna start with the voted MVP, which is Rhyperior, even with a little
Mm,
bit of a vote split, right? So we had Steve's
wow.
Rhyperior as the most votes. Each vote was worth about just a little over 5%. We got 19 people actually voted and made choices. So
Mm,
Steve's Rhyperior won with 4 votes. But
impressive. Yeah.
if the Sly Rhyperior had combined, then uh, it's double undisputed highest. We had some overquills splitting the vote as well,
Yeah, that was the other
although
big contender.
yeah, and then LS is also tied for second there. LS is Beartick.
Hey, finally in the quote unquote thumbnail. Not really though.
Yeah, finally uh, getting some love, right? But yeah, unsurprisingly, the very strong defensive Pokemon that loves Terra in a format with less offense was good this season.
Hmm.
But it's not the only time we're going to see Steve get mentioned here in these awards. Because next up, we've got Best Support with
Yeah.
an astounding percentage of the vote. Steve's Hippopotas, undisputed Best Support champion. Other things coming close. Sly's Riolu got 3 votes, and Poppins Clodsire got 3 votes as well.
Mhm.
But your Grafia got one there.
I don't remember if I voted for it or not. I think I might have voted for Hippopotas, so that might be someone else. But undeniable, I mean, the not fully evolved Sandsetter that got, what, 10 kills? Was it 13
Something
kills?
like that. Yeah,
Yeah, crazy, crazy.
we can look at the chart as well here, spreadsheet with all of them. But what was the support? Steve's Hippopotas enabled the sand mode almost every week while also getting 13 kills.
That's just insane. That's 1 kill less than my kill leader for the season.
Well, it's we're not done talking about Steve yet, because up next we've got best build and a lot of close second place votes here. We had your Doodle Grafii,
Hmm.
the full rain dance team that Poppin ran, where everything that got brought hit rain dance at least once. But the Rocky Helmet Cramorant was
Hmm.
voted the best build. So far, Steve is running away with awards this
Steve is
season.
sweeping.
Crazy. Uh, and not to give anything away, but oh, that's true. These are all Goose's builds. This is all Goose's builds anyway. So these are Goose awards, really. But yeah, the Rocky helmet that uh, killed Swampert, Rocky helmet Gulp Gulp missile or
Missile?
whatever
Yeah.
to double damage the Swampert and kill it.
It was just such a fun mon to see.
Yeah, it was a cool one. Personally, I was a big fan of the psychic terrain that Heaven set with Flittle.
That was such a fun early season match. The
Yeah, that
flittle,
was
yeah, that was special.
yeah, Steve's gimmick this season playing for a full awards sweep. Um, but yeah, so we hit some other fun ones. The Speedy Reuniclus was sweet out of Ray. Nobody saw that coming.
Mhm.
Um, Next up, guess who's back? It's Hippopotas and Houndstone.
Hey.
This is a tie. This one's a tie between Hippopotas Houndstone and Sly's Riolu and Sly's Rhyperior.
Steve's deciding to share at least a
So
smidgen of awards.
yeah, Steve's gonna have to share the best duo award, but seems like maybe the best duo is actually Steve and Goose,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. And it seems that Poppins, Clodsire, and Lapras just barely missed out
Yeah,
from the award too, as well as Ellis's War Turtle and Decidueye, right? With the
yeah,
Swamp Ledge
yeah.
Traffic, that was fun.
This one was pretty close to just a full four-way split,
Hmm.
but the Primate from Kama sneaking in there with a vote. But yeah, so we finally got somebody other than Steve winning an award this
Hmm.
season 13 here. And this was, I think this was actually Poppin's Clodsire plus Anymon with Surf, right? Was that the duo?
Ah,
Yeah, Poppin's Clodsire plus Water type spread move. Used this strat 6 of 9 weeks.
yeah. And it works. It works. How do you counter build against something that just continuously sweeps?
You know,
The answer is it
Primate
doesn't
Jumpluff.
matter. It doesn't matter how you counter build, it doesn't work.
The Swamp was also awesome. That was a really fun match to watch.
Hmm.
But yeah, Steve's Hippopotas Soundstone and Sly's Rhyperior Riolu, the winners on. And if you read quick, you get some spoilers for the other ones. But we're back to it. So best post draft acquisition, uh,
Yeah.
pretty close to another tie, but not quite. Um, only
I feel
three,
vindicated for this.
yeah, only three things got voted for in this. This is the I think most fun of the pie chart. This is like bam, right? A lot of votes for Camo's Vaporeon, but out outvoting or being outvoted by one is Red Jolteon's Drifblim and Pincurchin pickup.
After losing to this Pincurchin personally, I had to make sure that this came out on top as best post draft acquisition.
Yeah, and people uh, saying, "Oh, this should have got an award. This should have got voted for an award," is coming from people who did not submit nominations. I just want to point that out. Jace did not submit nominations and said there should be oh, this should be an honorary one. And now Heaven is saying this should have been a submission, but Heaven did not submit any nominations. So
Come
if
on,
you
guys.
if you think there should have been different things available to be voted for, you should have nominated those things to vote for. Up next here, we've got hey Colby, good to have you. We've got best value pick in another almost tie, but
Mm.
1 by 1 is your
Let's
boy.
go.
Your Porygon beats Meowstick, Jordan's Meowstick by 1.
Porygon on top as it deserves. What a monster this thing is.
Uh, Hippopotas once again getting a vote there. Pancake
Mhm.
Skunk Tank, which was great for him. Bohm's Low Kicks was pretty nice. Heaven's 1 point Flittle got a vote. And, oh, right, yeah, Heaven, you totally did submit. Sorry. Obviously. Yeah. Uh, well, you should have submitted for
Twice.
best duo. Yeah.
Fake
Uh,
name of someone inactive in the server, you know.
but yeah, and then Red Jolteon's Malamar getting a couple of votes as well. But
Hmm.
yep, your boy beat Boot
Yeah,
Porygon.
And glad to, if there was any of these categories I was going to win, I felt like it would probably be this one, and I'm happy to see that Porygon pulls through.
Yeah. So we got who we got next? We got One Hit Wonder in another pretty dominant vote. Jordan's Curse Rest Chestoberry Oinkalone in week one that
Hmm.
won, and then he traded it away after that week. Uh,
Yep.
another another fun one, and yeah, pretty much like definitionally one hit wonder, right? Use it week one, it's effective, get rid of it, it's gone. Nobody else cares, or nobody else wants it rather. But
Yeah. I mean,
Jordan,
it put in the
pick
work
him
in the
one.
match. Yeah. Ah, thanks, Evan.
The Metatype Pure Power of Alchemy swap onto the Alolan Muck was pretty fun as well.
Hmm.
Steve did bring the Cramorant only the one time, and it did pick up 3 votes. The Brion was a fun one too, and the Litten was, it was pretty good, but
Worked on the
mostly I think
all physical team, right?
yeah, and
Slushies, slushies
well, this is J Star's Litten, but
versus
I
Slushy's team,
believe
though, I believe. Yeah.
versus Slushy's team, yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, goaded against Slushy, yeah. All right, so next up we've got best moment, which is of course the Swampert ice punching Cramorant and getting Gulp Missile damaged and Rocky Helmet damaged to die. Um, Heaven's Week One game almost getting the tie and tying for second with
Quill.
Red Jolteon's what is that, Pincurchin and against you, yeah, yeah, and
I
flinching
lost.
Lurantis with the Zing Zap, yeah.
uh,
That was a good one too. A lot of these ones
yeah.
made their weekly heat. I think basically the only one that didn't is this one, right? Like the the one that everyone's like, oh, should have been on weekly heat, should have been on weekly heat, but the Cramorant I snubbed, not on
Mm.
purpose, but nobody's perfect. Sometimes we make mistakes. I probably should have featured it.
It's getting featured now. 2 awards.
Yeah, yeah, multiple awards for the same thing. So there you go.
Giving Steve competition now. Finally.
Next up, we've got Jordan winning probably the award
Ooh,
Jordan did not want to win.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
It was tough to
Uh,
watch.
so this one's funny because it's actually an even bigger, uh, like this is the only above 50%
Hmm.
one because we've got 2 people that voted for Jordan's Crit Magnet as well. Jordan's Crit Magnet Electivire, but also double Meteor Beam Crit Oko on Electivire. So this is the only over 50% victory at all, right? And that was a rough one for sure.
Yeah, it was tough to watch. Took it in stride though. It's at that point where you're just like, the game just doesn't want me to win. Like, what can you do? Twice in a row?
Yeah, it was a rough one. So congratulations to Jordan, I guess. Uh, Next up, we've got most entertaining game, which I have no problem agreeing with myself. It was the LS versus Electric live uh,
Hmm.
three person nonsense battle that they did for Electric's channel. It was definitely an entertaining one, and yeah, I mean, if you didn't watch it this season, I don't know what you're doing because that was some silly nonsense.
And it wasn't
Um,
just a random, week for a silly nonsense battle. It was also for
yeah,
playoffs.
yeah, it was a win and in for both players.
Yeah.
That yeah, Electric kind of guilted LS into playing suboptimally, if you ask me. But still fun. It was a fun battle, and a fun video to watch as well. So
Mhm.
if you didn't watch it, do it. And if you did, maybe go back and watch it again. It's a pretty fun one.
Second
Uh,
time around, yeah.
yeah. Other good ones. We had the um, Jordan versus Jordan versus Daddy, with some fun RNG in it. We had J Star versus Steve. I don't remember this Loranta set specifically, but what else do we have? Red Jolteon, yeah, versus Purple, getting the Aqua Jet. We had Heaven week 7 against Poppin. Yeah, it was a win and in for both of them. Non self proc anger point.
Hmm.
Explosion. Oh, was this Explosion Revival Bless? Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And we had Steve semifinals versus Camo, the Rain and Surf Poppin versus Keith, and then yeah, the LS versus Electric battle that won. And then last up, we have best nickname, and we once again have a tie here. We've got Drake, the Rotom fan, and Piggy Smalls. So a couple of rappers here to close out our nicknames. Daddy only submitting 2 nominations and winning one of them.
There you
So
go.
highest return on nominations to award investment out of anybody this season
Impressive.
for sure. Um, if I was picking between these two, I think I like Piggy Smalls better. I like a pun,
Yeah,
but
I gotta
that's the kind of
I
guy I
gotta
am.
agree with you.
Yeah, but yeah, a tie's a tie, and we take those. So congratulations to both the Rotom and the Pilot Wine for their great nicknames, and
Hmm.
congratulations to their coaches for picking them. Now we've got. I'm gonna go. We've got a battle to get to here.
Ooh,
We got a
grand
grand final.
finals.
Pancake MX versus Mix. I know it's Mix now. I stop saying MX. Pancake Mix versus Red Jolteon. 3 seasons. I've been saying MX, at least in my head, if not out loud, every time, but I know better now. The stack of Stunfisks versus the Red Jolteon, and I
So
don't
we
I
got
don't
the
I don't know, man. So I do know. Here's what I know. I'll tell you right now. I know it's a
okay.
3 game set.
Okay. All right,
So
that's good.
something exciting happens at some point. We get a 3 game set. That's exciting.
That's great for
Uh,
finals, yeah.
love
They
that.
played this just today, right?
Yes, they played like 3 hours ago. I got
Yeah.
messages while I was outside picking seeds off of the morning glories that grow on our fence to plant for next year. So we have morning glories next year.
Hmm.
Uh, I got messages while I was out there. Uh, they both sent me stuff. So I don't know who won, but I do know it was a 3 game set, which is exciting.
And Bone just mentioned that there are no dupes between these teams, which is also very exciting.
Oh, true. Yeah, yeah, totally. Um, might as well have been an in-conference grand finals, right? With
Hmm.
no dupes. Yeah, love when there's no dupes in a grand finals, which kind of happens more or less, right? Just because the pools tend to be so big. But
Hmm.
yeah, 100% no dupes. Love that.
I
Excellent.
think
Heaven wants to see some Bramblegast action.
this is definitely a Bramble week, looking at
Yeah,
the
I mean it
mons it's
is,
going up
right?
against. Yeah, you can't leave Brambleghast on the bench this time. It's
Yeah,
also a
it's
very big week for Volt Absorb on both Volt Absorb mons.
yeah, potentially, right? And yeah, I mean, protecting the potentially the Empoleon, which is gonna, Red Jolteon doesn't really have tons of great ways to kill other than like superpower on Malamar. Uh, provided that Volt Absorb is there, right,
Hmm.
to draw away. Oh, I guess it doesn't draw away, but to
I don't think
switch
they
in
switch in.
on
Yeah.
electric attacks.
I think Pincurchin also gets Lightning Rod. I think.
Um, yeah, I think so. Also, yeah, I think it
Yeah.
does.
Yeah.
We've got um, intimidate on both teams, and both teams with mons that don't want to be intimidated, right? Skuntank, Flareon, Gliscor, Bramblegast, maybe Empoleon some of the time, but mostly not on Pancake side. And then, a lot of Red Jolteon's team, right?
Yeah. You don't want
Overquill.
to bring Intimidate on Overquill this week, I'd say, because just competitive is so threatening.
Yeah,
I
competitive
think this
all
is
over the place. True.
a Swiss swim sweep or week for sure.
Um, we've also got, ways for both teams to get out ahead, right? Just the fastest natural speed over on Red Jolteon's side, but the fastest tailwind on Pancake Mix's side. But then potentially we have some, terrain unburdened stuff to get the drift bloom going really fast. Maybe it gets a tailwind up. We can be setting some manual rain, and then ever the Overquill is then as fast as Jolteon. So ways for both teams to get some speed going. Maybe Pancake just doesn't want to try and play a speed game and wants to set Trick Room, right? Maybe we get a
Mhm.
Trick Room on Stantler or the Rabska, something like that, perhaps. I don't love Flareon for picking mix this week, right? Uh,
Right.
just
Yeah.
just a very hostile environment
It's
for
not also
for
providing much utility here. I think
yeah,
there
like
are like six other mons that do just better things into this team.
yeah, don't want to be Terranormal Facade with a potential Malamar around, plus the strong Ghost, um, stuff
Yeah,
like
you have
that.
to. I forgot, but you'd have to be careful with your Intimidate on the Stantler up against Malamar too.
Does Intimidate also contrary like
Yeah,
that works? It's not just moves. Nice. Well
it's
then, yeah.
everything. It's everything.
Hey Ray, good to have you. Yeah, exciting stuff, right? A little bit of fake out on both sides, right? Red Jolteon has a little bit more in Ludicolo and Litten. Pancake just having fake out on that Meowth.
Hmm.
Um, yeah, could be some exciting stuff. Both Pancake I think very likely to have some competitive. Uh, I mean, I doubt the Wigglytuff is coming, but Empoleon probably going to be competitive, right?
Hmm.
To at least take advantage of Intimidate off of maybe the Litten or the Overquill if that's what it ends up being.
I
Um,
could see a Terra Grass Gliscor coming here maybe to resist those water moves that Red
yeah,
Jolteon will have on a lot of its team, and hopefully respond back to it. Yeah, I mean this is the kind of match where going into the matchup, I don't really think one team is favorable over the other. They both look very
yeah, it's going to be
strong, but they
exciting.
also look like they have counters against each other. So yeah, great matchup for grand finals.
Alrighty, let's go ahead and see what got brought. See what these matches look like. Alrighty,
Ooh,
we do have the Meowth.
yeah, we do have Meowth. That is
Um,
interesting.
what do we not have? We have the Stantler, we have
Wizard
Kilowattrel, we have
Skunk
Bramblegast,
Tank.
Empoleon, no Skunk Tank out of Pancake, and no Flareon, which is not surprising. No Rabska,
Yeah,
no
just
Sliggoo, no
Lagoo.
Wigglytuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then on Red Jolteon's side, we've got the Malamar, Jolteon, Drifblim, Pincurchin, Swampert, and Overquill. So no,
No
what's
Ludicolo.
no Ludicolo, no Brionne, no Nosepass, no Litten, and no Altaria.
Yeah.
So yeah, we've got multiple ways for Red Jolteon to be faster out of the gate, right? Setting a terrain and then unburden with Drifblim, or just the Jolteon being the fastest thing. Only Pancake brought any fake out with
Hmm.
or potential. I mean, I would assume this Meowth has fake out, right? That's like its
Sure.
best move.
Yeah.
Um, but like other than that, you've got like potentially fake out and then um, a fast mon and Kilowattrel. But Pancake potentially playing for more of a trick room game, because for the most part, um, Red Jolteon having a faster team overall, or at least with the potential to be faster, right? This could be like a bulky Drift Blim, and Pincurchin is, you know, there to
Always going to
boost
be solid.
electric
Yeah.
attacks, but otherwise is just like maybe a Trick Room deterrent, something like that. Swampert's pretty mid speed. If it's not swift swimming, the Overquill is fine but not impressive, and the Malamar's kind of middling as well. So I guess, you know, not necessarily a faster team, but definitely the potential for more explosive speed,
Yeah.
right?
I think I think Red Jolteon's gonna lead with a Drifloon here. It just generally looks good into these coverage. You can make it go faster if you have Incursion next to it or switch out to it. It's immune to fake out, which I mean, if I'm Red Jolteon, I'm looking at the team before me and I'm being like, why is Meowth here? So I'll probably be a
Yes.
little more wary of that than I normally would be, right? We'll see.
Drifblim also looking like a potentially a good option, because it can get rid of its own item to
Mhm.
benefit itself, and then Poltergeist is no longer
Yep.
useful. Would have to rely on like Shadow Sneak instead.
Or Phantom Force if it's running
Or
it.
sure, yeah. I mean, how many levels deep
I
do we
think I
want to
ran
go
it.
here?
I think I ran Phantom Force once last season, and it was okay. It's
Yeah, I've
okay.
I've I've brought it once or twice, but in previous seasons, but I can't remember what on. Um, all right, let's get these
Yeah, let's get
leads
into
up and
this.
see what's going on. Probably gonna pause a bunch here, just see what's
Yeah.
what do we got, what do
Okay.
we got
Well,
type of situation.
expected leads from Jolteon, and then Pancakes responded with Gliscor and Meowth.
Yeah, this is I would say a peculiar lead, right?
I
Like
don't dislike it though. I mean, Gliscor looks pretty free
yeah,
here right now.
yeah, yeah.
Random
This Drifblim
Terra Blast maybe, but
gonna pretty safely get to do whatever it wants to do here on this first turn.
Mhm.
Pincurchin basically has already done what it wants to do by coming in and could, very potentially switch out here. Let's see. I assume this Drifblim is about to get an unburden boost here. Yeah, Electric Seed. There we go.
Yeah.
Pretty close to un. Yeah, I mean that's beefy against these two. We got a turn one Imprison here. Is
Yeah.
interesting.
This is
And it gets
imprisoning it.
taunted.
Ooh,
Pincurchin just
Life
dying.
Orb.
Life Orb on the Gliscor. Um, Probably Hypercutter, right? Just in case on the
Likely.
Intimidate there. Um, Turn one Imprison is very interesting. What do we think Red Jolteon wanting to imprison out of
Does
any of this?
Meowth have Trick Room?
I don't know,
Like, I can't
because
imagine it does. So what
yeah,
else would
because
it be imprisoning?
Persian would be a good Trick Room setter if it had Trick
True.
Room. Um, Stop Tailwind, yeah, I guess that makes sense, right? Like
Yeah.
potentially like a fake out and then Tailwind on the Gliscor.
Wait, does
Um,
Gliscor even get Tailwinds?
yeah, it does get Tailwind. You just don't really think of it on this team because you also have that Kilowattrel.
Hmm.
Yeah, the
Yeah. Okay.
the whole chat catching up to
Okay,
me
yeah.
there uh, on imprisoning the Tailwind. Um, yeah, I mean, we're gonna get some attacks out of this Drift Bloom at this point, I would assume, because it
Yeah,
wants to just keep sitting here and holding back a Tailwind, I would think. But yeah, the Pincurchin just down after all it doing is setting electric terrain and giving the unburden and defense boosts to the Drift Bloom.
did that well
Um,
though.
I wonder what our fourth Mon in the back is for Red Jolteon. Jolteon doesn't seem that great. I mean, maybe it did in team preview, but against these two here, Jolteon maybe not that great.
I think,
But let's see. What we
yeah,
got here. Gets the Spadef drop. Just gonna
Snarl.
snarl.
Snarl's useful.
Door. You turn out. So we do have Intimidate here um, on the Stantler.
Hmm.
Swampert showing that it's at least mixed or quite possibly special with an Ice Beam rather than Ice Punch. Makes sense if you think the Intimidate is going to be coming, but the Snarl kind of put a dampen that. But a nice switch means that the Stantler gets in pretty safe, and the Swampert is looking kind of anemic here against this Stantler and Meowth.
So is Drifloon. Yeah. Shadow Ball doing only
Yep.
28.
The
Tough.
Meowth surprisingly effective here, right?
And coverage Energy Ball
We do have
works
the
well.
Jolteon here as a fourth. Terra Blast also not doing much damage here. Um, Shadow Ball did 28. Terra Blast now doing 31
After another
uh,
drop from
after a
Snarl,
second
though.
drop. So yeah,
Yeah.
just double into that Meowth, get it out of here.
Oof.
Lives the Earth
Especially to see
power.
that running all the coverage. Yeah.
Dang. Yeah, clearly worried about this Jolteon, right?
Hmm.
And yeah, the Gliscor gets to come back in here. It feels to me like this game one is going to Pancake.
Yeah, you don't have very
Uh,
many options here, it feels like if
but
you're originally on.
yeah, Terra Dark means this is a 3v1 now, and you've got the Earth power plus a high horsepower.
The
Uh,
very well, yeah, no. You're not gonna even get to see the last mon. Pretty decisive game from Pancake, I think.
yep, definitely. The what turned out to be a mostly supportive Driftblim and Pincurchin lead, and then that Pincurchin just dying means that Pancake kind of just got to throw out damage, and the
Hmm.
the two snarls was huge on those first couple of turns there out of Meowth before it went down.
The
Um,
thing is, though, if I'm Pancake now, I'm worried after seeing two Terra Blasts what Red Jolteon is planning on using them for.
so Terra Blast with Imprison, when you basically know you're going to get one or two Terra Blasts on Pancake side, right? Because you've got your Stantler that is basically always going to have Terra Blast, right? And so getting to
Yeah.
imprison that pretty nice. Um, and then Empoleon might want Terra Blast in some situations as well, just because its move pool isn't super deep. But yeah, I mean I agree, right? We saw two different Terra Blasts of mods that did not Terra, so didn't see any Terra out of Red Jolteon in that first game actually.
Yeah.
But yeah, fun game one and pretty decisive for Pancake too. So well done. Alrighty, game two. Adjustments to be made. I gotta think Red Jolteon is not leading Driftblood Pincurchin.
You'd think
It
so,
was
yeah.
it was just a very passive turn one lead, and I just don't know how effective that's going. Unless it's played very differently, right? You get the defense and speed boosts, and you attack with the Drift Blim into I don't know whatever the lead is something, but um, I guess there could be something there, right? But I think some kind of lead adjustment has to be made out of
I
Red
think
Jolteon's end.
maybe Jolteon and Overquill might be coming out next to each other as another fast potential option, whether it's with Electro Web or with Rain Dance.
Rain Dance. Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely a possibility. Could see a Malamar as a way to handle Meowth and Stantler
Hmm.
and be fine into Gliscor, right? It's also good if the Empoleon comes.
Well, Gliscor does have U-turn, so you do have to
Uh,
watch out.
oh, true. We did see the U-turn on Gliscor, so but Malamar is often terraing out of its Psychic Dark anyway. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. Well, let's check it out.
Steve says he's guessing the rain mode with Overquill. Heaven says the Overquill's coming for sure. Let's see what happens. So we got Gliscor and Stantler in the lead
Stantler.
this time.
Ooh,
And
contrary,
Malamar.
contrary.
So we get the +1 boost right off the bat there. This turn one, I mean, so my thought is um, that Red Jolteon's plan was probably E-Webs and then attack with the Malamar. With the Gliscor being a ground type, it's not going to get that speed drop,
You know what? I think it might even be
but
Jolteon using Charm to raise Palamar's attack.
it could be Charm as well. Yeah, true, totally. Um, Probably going to Terra in that case.
Yeah.
Let's see what happens here. Terra
Terra.
Ice.
Oh,
There we go.
all
As
right.
we've
Yeah.
learned,
There's a
Jolteon Terra
Terrorize.
Ice gets
Bolt
kills,
beam.
right? Yeah. Terra Ice, kill the Gliscor. Now Malamar's I mean, I doubt the Stantler is like max speed or anything like that. So Malamar's probably going to get to, yeah, superpower, takes another
And an
KO,
Oko.
and 2 boosts. And wowzer.
This
That's
game
a,
feels over already.
yeah, totally.
Yeah, when
Yeah.
Malamar gets
Steve
setting
called
up
it.
and you don't have anything against it, it's just it hurts. It's
Malamar taking 3 of the
strong.
4 kills there, and that, dang,
Ooh,
3 turns.
returns.
Whoa. All right. So yeah, turns out when you get that intimidate boost off your first before you even have to hit your first superpower, then Malamar looks pretty sweet. I mean, it's been good all season, right? The contrary has been
Yeah.
surprisingly reliable and
This thing was
often the thing to do.
like 6 points too. Such a value pick.
Yeah, crazy stuff. And yeah, the Terra Ice Jolteon for just classic Bolt Beam, fast, high special attack. Get him dead. Who cares?
I think if I'm Pancake, I feel like I have to try to get Tailwinds and get some kind of form of speed control out with Kilowattrel so that I don't get, double knocked out turn one, right?
Yeah, that's a rough one. Knowing the could potentially get a Meowth lead to fake out something, but if you guess wrong, that's rough. Um, I don't know if the Meowth has Eviolite. Could
I
be.
think the
My
Eviolite's on the
assumption
Stantler.
is Stantler has the Eviolite. I don't think we
Yeah.
saw it one, did we?
It only
I
took
mean, we don't
10
know for
from
sure,
a minus one special attack Ice Beam from Swampert, which I think is probably Eviolite.
but not sure. Yeah. So I mean, as much as game one was Pancake's game, game two was even more Red Jolteon's game.
Which brings
Exciting
us to
stuff.
an
Crazy.
exciting finale. This game three. Yeah, Jolteon, as Heaven's saying, Jolteon is one of those Pokemon you kind of just have to respect as having an invisible covert cloak, because even if it doesn't bring it, you don't want to, waste your fake out into it and then lose the game, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Jolteon's a mon that can take advantage of a lot of different items too. So you kind of gotta just have all of them in your brain, right? It could be just choice specs. It could have, it could be a sash. It could be a life orb. It could be covert cloak. Yeah, Jolteon can do a lot of stuff. So yeah, the
Yeah,
ice blast maybe doesn't work the second time.
Maybe you
Uh,
can bait out a Terra from Gliscor instead, though. It's Terra Dark, right? So if
yeah.
you cover superpower into it with a Terra Ice Blast, Gliscor's going down regardless. So as long as you put on the
Oh,
right amount of pressure.
oh, I got a car alarm going off outside. The slowest car alarm ever. Oh, it might have been just something wrong, actually. Alrighty, game three. This
Yeah.
is the everything on the line. We're about to crown a new season champion. Pancake Mix or Red Jolteon. A returning champ or a new champ. Let's see what we got here.
Let's see it. Yeah,
Alrighty.
there's the Kilowattrel. And Stantler's still
Kilowattrel.
out.
We got Jolteon. So same
All
lead from
right.
Red Jolteon with a change from Kilowattrel. The Jolteon can be faster, right? Uh, but the Kilowattrel could be scarfed, right?
I
Scarf
don't
Kilowattrel
think it's
not out of the question,
I was saying it could be Volt
but
Absorb going into this, but next to Stantler, I feel like this is probably competitive, which means
oh,
Eweb
with like a
could be
skill
good
swap,
here.
yeah,
Yeah.
could be. Let's see how this first turn goes. So Malamar gets the
Yeah.
+1, gets Terra Ghost. Uh, we see Shadow Ball here,
Hmm.
and oh, just
In the
doubles
double.
in. We see
And
Yachi
that's
Berry.
a scarfed Malamar too. That was faster than the Kilowattrel.
Um, true.
Yeah. I mean, not getting to learn that in game two is devastating.
Yeah, that's a
Because,
that's a rough one.
oof,
Just get another knockoff there from the Malamar. Hydro Pump goes into the Protect. Dang, Poppin making it just in time here. Game three of Grand Finals.
the double up into protect too. And Malamar's now at +2. What can you do?
And it's not going to be a double protect, is not what you can do. So
Yeah,
this Empoleon going to probably take a
knock
Thunderbolt here. Yeah, not
and
quite
probably
dying, but
a knockoff.
a knockoff kills
Yeah,
its Stantler. It was the Eviolite there, and Thunderbolt closes
and
it down.
that
Dang,
that is a 0 to 3 to champion
to
of
Grand
season
Champion.
13 of
What
VBL-S.
a run.
Wow!
Awesome.
Congratulations. Ooh,
Awesome stuff. Congratulations to Red Jolteon. 0-3 to run the table grand champion.
that was
Wow.
amazing. Wow.
And went down a game too. Was out
Yeah,
of chances. Lost
yeah.
game one. Had to keep it going.
Malamar was the answer, it seems.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This as dominant as this pair was for the second two games, it almost feels, and obvious, I know this is not the case, but it almost feels like Red Jolteon was like baiting a game one. Like, yeah, it's fine. It's a Malamar, whatever. And then, but didn't bring it. Kind of got rolled over, and then just was brutal in these in
Yeah.
these games. Crazy stuff.
So it turns out Malamar with a choice band and a choice scarf from the Intimidate from a Stantler
Yeah, no
is
kidding.
powerful.
Let's
That's a second uh championship for Red Jolteon though. Not back to back, but
absolutely.
nearly back to back.
Yeah, it's exciting stuff. Congratulations to Red Jolteon, and we're gonna take a look at the Red Jolteon team here.
Yeah.
Uh, called Faster Malamar Grand Finals. Come on, baby, is the name of this team.
Well, there is the covert cloak, so Meowth was wise not to fake out into it at any point.
Yeah, we had Sucker Punch, Zing Zap, Scald, Pain Split. Oh, Pain Split is interesting on the Pincurchin there with the Life Orb. So an offensive Pincurchin, just kind of
Hmm.
was out of position on that first turn.
We also have
Yeah.
Destiny Bond on the Overquill.
Oh, fun stuff. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, and Poison Point rather than
yeah,
either Intimidate or um, Swift Swim is interesting.
and a third Terra Blast too. Wow.
Yeah, third Terra Blast. So Terra
Maybe
Fighting, Terra
maybe open
Ice,
Terra's
and
team
Terra
sheets
Ground.
is maybe open
Three
Terra's preview
Terra
is a
Blast,
good idea.
Terra Blast on three Mons with three different Terra types too is is interesting.
Yeah,
Um,
I
I mean,
like these
I think it's
decks.
got to be, not to put words in anybody's mouth, but I think it's got to be Malamar from Red Jolteon's team on the logo,
Oh, for sure.
right?
I can't imagine it end up being anything else after that insane run it had there.
Yeah, and so it was a mixed Swampert. So we had Ice Beam, high horsepower knockoff, couple of knockoffs spread around as well. This Overkill set is wild.
Yeah. Didn't get to see it, but it's very funky. Also, the special defense investment, but you're running Rocky Helmet is curious to me.
Yeah, yeah, crazy stuff. Super fun. What do we got from Pancake Mix here? So yeah, we did have the skill swap there. So we skill swap Intimidate with multiple competitive mons. So a plan in the back pocket there. The Life Orb Gliscor, yeah. So it was Sash on the Meowth and Eviolite on Stantler.
Oh, a
Spell
technician. That's why
Tag,
Snarl was doing so much damage. Forgot about that.
sure, yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Adrenaline Orb. So if Stantler skill swaps Intimidate, then the Empoleon gets a competitive boost and an Adrenaline Orb boost.
What does Adrenaline Orb give you?
It gives you a speed boost if you're intimidated, like
Ah,
specifically the ability
wow.
Intimidate.
That is some cool tech. Ah, I wish I got to see that.
Yeah, that would have been definitely something. The other thing that Adrenaline Orb does is it makes it easier to catch, easier for Pokemon to call reinforcements in Gen 8 or Gen 7
Mm,
for like when they like call for help or whatever. You use those.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's like a catching item basically. But yeah, in battles as a held item, it gives you a speed boost if you are intimidated.
That explains all the speed investment. That's a cool set. I like that a lot.
Yeah, Yachi Berry to always live a Terra Ice Blast from Jolteon and then get Tailwind up and then kill the Jolteon with the Gliscor that's next to it, I assume. Yeah, so we had Poltergeist Shadow Sneak, Seed Bomb as the grass move on Bramblegast, although it didn't come. Um,
Spell tag.
Spell Tag, sure, for just a little bit of a bump there. And yeah, two strong teams, well built and well played. Um, Faster Malamar Grand Finals, come on, baby, though. That was the team.
Yeah, Malamar did it.
Well done to Jolteon. And thoughts on Pancakes Mon for the logo out of this final squad here?
Ooh. Uh,
I
I
think
mean,
maybe Meowth.
is it just based on finals or is it based on the whole
No, it doesn't
season?
have to be. Doesn't have. Definitely
Because
doesn't
if it's
have
if
to
it's the
be.
whole season, my money's on Empoleon.
Empoleon
Empoleon's kind of
was
been
very reliable. Yeah,
the
totally.
team captain. You know.
Uh,
Yeah, I like the fake tiers next to Empoleon would have been really awesome. Even next to like Stantler.
yeah, true. Awesome. Well, congratulations to Red Jolteon, and congratulations to uh, all of our coaches on another season. Well, oh, Red Jolteon jumping in just at the end there. Congrats to Red Jolteon. Well done.
Congratulations.
Malamar and Jolt. You don't get two Mons on the logo, Red Jolteon. You get one Mon on the logo. MVP plus a team from each of the final
Yeah, if you want to,
squads.
you got to make the MVP slot as
Yeah,
well.
yeah. So
MVP's what?
uh,
That's Rhyperior, right?
yes, yeah.
Yeah.
Rhyperior, and we'll get some community involvement on maybe what. But I think Empoleon is a solid choice. Rhyperior, Empoleon, and Malamar. That's a beefy logo.
That's it's a cool
That's
logo.
that's three Mons I wouldn't want to jump me in a dark alley or a well lit park for that matter.
Yeah.
Um, all right, so finish us up here. We do have uh, some end of season announcements. I got a message from Poppin that says check my email, which I will not be doing live on stream. But what I assume, and I will do, is that means I can open up my Google Drive because something has been shared with me, like perhaps a season 14 application has been shared. That
Ooh.
is true. So, um, oh yeah, I got some other stuff here. There's nothing weird here, right? No, we're good. We're good.
Looks gravy to me.
So we've got season 14 applications will be posted and available into the Discord here. So that's exciting. Um, we're always moving on to the next season, right? We get through 3.5 to 4 seasons a year. This
And
season will probably start pretty close to on the 4-year anniversary of the VBL-S.
when's that?
Uh, second week of October, I think. I would have to double check, but I know it's October. So we're like 2 or 3, or like maybe like 3 weeks away from a 4-year anniversary. We missed it last year, but we won't miss it this year. We'll be sure and tag everybody and be like, "Wahoo!" I don't know. Maybe we'll watch some. Maybe I'll do something. We'll watch some Heat matches or something like that.
Hmm.
I don't know. I'm just on the fly, just thinking about maybe what'll happen and maybe it won't. But we do have the 4-year anniversary of the VBLS coming up. We've got the season 14 applications will be posted and available uh, following this stream. And the season 14 tier list will be publicly available for perusal
Ooh.
and polling uh, at the end of this stream as well. So I believe that covers all the announcements that were vaguely told to me by Poppin. I got no confirmation on the return of a VBLN, so I don't believe that is happening. And I also don't think Poppin is starting a rival weekly Heat stream to counter program me, which was my other guess for an announcement that he wanted to have made. Um,
I mean, the
uh,
email could have contained multiple things. You never know.
that's true. I didn't look at the actual email, just see what got shared. Um, but yeah, that yeah, we're getting the start the SDNs
Yeah, it
in
flooded
the
as
chat
soon
there.
as he mentioned it.
Yeah, I do. I am kind of liking check out some Heat matches from previous seasons, but I've only got really detailed notes on the last 2 seasons. Maybe we'll get some. Hey, remember this great one? Hey, remember this great one? And we'll just.
Yeah, maybe
Uh,
some public suggestions.
yeah, totally. And I'm also thinking maybe I'll just hop into the voice chat on the server and just stream there, and anybody can just hop in and be like, "Hey, what's up?" Maybe we'll just do a live to the Discord and live on YouTube. Anybody can jump in and get me demonetized type of stream. Could be fun, right?
I don't know about the
Oh,
demonetized part,
right.
but other than that, yeah.
Also, old Showdown replays are gone
Hmm.
from old seasons. So yeah, anything that there isn't a video of is a lot of them are gone. Oh, a lot of them are back maybe.
Oh, there you go.
So yeah, I don't know.
We'll see.
We'll get some suggestions and we'll see what we can find. I think that might be a fun idea to do for the 4 year anniversary.
I think that'll be awesome. Yeah.
But all right, we managed to make watching three games of Pokemon take an hour. So
In true weekly heat fashion.
crushed it. Um, but thanks for doing the final streams with me. It was a lot of
Yeah,
fun to have you.
absolutely. Thank you for
And
inviting me.
yeah, totally. We'll maybe get you on for a weekly heat next season or something like that. I try to get a different person every week for weekly heat,
I
but
will. I mean, if I'm not on stream, I hope to be in the matches.
yeah, there you go. All right. Heaven's got some good replays for maybe a an anniversary stream. But all right, it's time for me to figure out what I'm going to eat. It is nearly 9 o'clock, and all I've eaten is some snacks since I got home at 4:30. But peace to everyone. Peace and love. Peace and love. No more autographs, as Ringo said. And